The war between the alien races of Zordar and Valdar had raged across the galaxy for decades. Zordar, a species known for their cold, calculating intelligence, had conquered dozens of star systems, while the Valdar, fierce warriors with unmatched strength, had fought back with everything they had. The galaxy was on the brink of collapse, and no one had ever expected any outside forces to interfere. That is, until the humans arrived. The Valdar were not used to losing, but they were exhausted. Their fleets had been decimated, their cities burned to the ground, and their people were on the verge of extinction. On the other side, the Zordar had become complacent, thinking they had defeated every threat in the universe. That's when the humans entered the picture. It began when a small human ship, barely the size of a Valdar fighter, appeared in the midst of a major battle. The Zordar commanders laughed at the sight of the tiny vessel, thinking it was some kind of insignificant scout. But the humans weren't there to scout. They were there to fight. The ship was piloted by a human named Captain Elizabeth Carter, one of the best and brightest officers in the United Earth Defense Forces. She was tough, resourceful, and fearless, and she had brought with her a force that the Zordar had never encountered before: humanity's unrelenting will to survive. "We're not here to negotiate," Captain Carter's voice echoed over the comms. "We're here to end this war." The Zordar fleet, which had grown accustomed to defeating every race they had encountered, was suddenly faced with a new, unpredictable force. The humans fought with a passion and ferocity that left the Zordar stunned. Captain Carter's ship darted through the chaos, avoiding laser fire with skill that even the Valdar admired. "Foolish humans," a Zordar commander sneered as he watched the ship weave through their lines. "They will be crushed under the might of our fleet." But as the battle wore on, the Zordar began to realize something terrifying. The humans weren't just good fighters. They were resilient. They didn't know when to quit. In the heart of the battle, where even the Valdar soldiers had begun to retreat, the humans held their ground. They didn't just hold their ground, they pushed back. The Valdar, observing from their own ships, were stunned. They had expected the humans to crumble, just as the countless other races they had fought before had done. But no, the humans pressed forward, using tactics that were foreign to the Valdar and Zordar alike. On the battlefield, it was as if the very air around the humans crackled with an undeniable energy. The Zordar began to feel a sense of unease. These humans, these strange, emotional, unpredictable creatures, were different. They fought not for power, not for glory, but for the survival of their people, and that made them dangerous. The turning point came when the Zordar flagship, the Dread Star, attempted to launch a devastating plasma bomb toward the Valdar capital. Captain Carter, in a bold move, led a small strike team to board the massive warship. They fought through corridors, disabling Zordar drones and making their way to the control room. The humans didn't hesitate. They were quick, efficient, and relentless. "We've been fighting for years to protect our world," said Lieutenant James, a member of Captain Carter's team, over the comms as they breached the final door. "It's time we show the galaxy what humans can do." As the team fought their way into the control room, Captain Carter was the first to confront the Zordar commander. The alien, towering over her with his sleek, armored body, sneered down at the human. "You are nothing but ants," he hissed. Captain Carter's eyes burned with determination. "Then let's see how much an ant can hurt." With one swift move, she disabled the Zordar commander, sending him crashing to the floor. The humans activated the self-destruct mechanism on the Dread Star, sending it into a chain reaction that obliterated the Zordar flagship and much of their fleet in one go. The message was clear: that humans were no longer a species to be underestimated. The Zordar, now reeling from the loss of their most powerful warship and their growing realization that humans were unlike anything they had ever fought before, called for a retreat. But the Valdar, who had been watching from the sidelines, were eager to join forces with the humans. "We never thought we'd see the day when the tide would turn in our favor," said General Kara, the leader of the Valdar forces. "But it seems the humans have given us hope." The humans, while grateful for the support, didn't stop. They continued to fight, pushing back the Zordar forces in a series of lightning-fast assaults. Their war machines, though not as advanced as the Zordars, had something that the aliens couldn't account for: ingenuity. With each battle, the humans adapted, evolving their tactics to counter the Zordor's technological advantages. As the Zordor fleets faltered, the galaxy began to change. The once dominant alien empire had underestimated the power of human will, and now they were paying the price. Planet after planet fell to the combined forces of the humans and the Valdar, and for the first time in a long while, the Zordar began to question their own superiority. When the final battle took place above the burning remains of the Zordar homeworld, the message was clear to every species across the galaxy. Humanity had not just joined the war, they had turned the tide. The Zordar were defeated, and the galaxy would never forget the day when humans proved that they were a force to be reckoned with. Captain Elizabeth Carter stood on the bridge of her ship, watching as the last of the Zordar ships fled into the void. The humans had won. "We did it," Lieutenant James said quietly. Captain Carter nodded, her eyes hard with determination. "Yes, we did. And we'll make sure they never forget that we fight for our future, no matter the odds." The galaxy had learned one simple truth that day: never underestimate the humans. They might not be the strongest, the fastest, or the most advanced, but they had something far more terrifying than any alien race could comprehend: an unbreakable will. And when humanity decides to fight, there's no stopping them.